This man has created the happiest and most loyal workforce, and I'm going to show you how. James Timpson is the CEO and owner of Timpson's, a retailer that offers a range of services including watch repairs, key cutting, shoe repairs, engraving, and more. And he has cultivated a workforce that seem to love working for him and keep the business growing and profitable. In a recent interview on Channel 4, James shares how he's been able to create a thriving culture and the key steps he's used to get there.
So here I am in Timpson's. Rather than listen to an interview and take what the CEO said as gospel, I thought I'd come and interview someone who works in the store. So we've come to speak to Ryan.
And we're going to look at 4 key points he's used to improve the happiness within his organization. 1. The Happy Index score.
My name's Ryan. I've worked for Timpson's nearly 3 years come April. I was working on building sites before here. It just weren't my kind of act. So come over to Timpson's, got no complaints since being here. So yeah.
Through our work at Loving Life, we know that when employees are happier, they perform better. And James agrees with us. And he's decided to go against traditional performance metrics and focus on one key thing: employee happiness. James makes a point of offering benefits and incentives that help to keep employees happy. And there's a few things he does to achieve this. One of those things is trusting his colleagues. They have 2 rules: put the money in the till and look the part. He realizes that when you empower employees to take charge, it can increase their sense of fulfillment and happiness. And at Timpson, they hire solely on personality and recruit people that fit into their culture. They also use a weekly happiness survey, and James admits that not everyone fills out the survey every week, but they ask employees on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are they? And James reports that scores consistently average 8.5 out of 10.
We have this thing where we can say, if you're feeling a 1 to 10, if you're feeling a 10, great. If you're feeling 1, not so great. That feedback goes back to our area managers. Anything that's put in there, like if you're feeling down, you can put it in there, and they'll bring you up on the ring around Friday, talk through the process, go through there.
James believes that the stronger the workplace culture, the more successful the business will be. And there's more he does to keep employees happy, which I'm going to come on to later.
Have you ever been feeling down and then told the manager?
I've used it once. I felt a bit down about stuff at home and stuff. But I mean, I spoke to him and it helped me out tremendously. So yeah, I couldn't have asked for more support in the workplace than that, really.
But what if staff don't fit into the culture or don't put the money in the till? Well, that brings me on to my second point: dealing with dishonesty. At Timpson's, their culture is built on trust and kindness. And if you can't fit into that culture, you're out of there. Timpson simply do not want unhappy or dishonest staff. And there's a unique way they deal with dishonest staff that I'm going to share. But first, what if colleagues are unhappy and aren't becoming happy at Timpson? Well, in James's words, if someone is not happy with us, we help them find happiness elsewhere. They don't just fire them or agree to go their separate ways. They help them with the process of moving on. They help them with kindness and compassion. Now, how Timpson deal with dishonest employees is something that I haven't heard of other companies doing. Most companies would just fire an employee on the spot if they were caught stealing. Or worse, log it with police and give them a criminal record. But Timpson show a little compassion. And according to James, they help employees with a quiet exit. Even though that person stole, they don't want to put that person through additional stress, and they don't want to embarrass them. James didn't go into specifics in the interview, but I found this point quite interesting.
The number 1 rule that James has: money goes in the till. At the end of the day, they give you as much freedom to do what you want. I mean, you shouldn't be put in that position anyway. I mean, the wages, they're great. We earn bonus on top of the wages, so obviously people that go through that, they may have struggles at home, but there's also people that can help with that sort of stuff, so you don't have to do that stuff and get into trouble. Regarding if you get caught doing it, it's just swift, that's it, you're gone. There's no time for obviously coming in here, stealing out till, charity boxes, whatever. That's just the one rule, follow by that and you'll be fine.
Let's move on to the third point. Give back to get more. I'm a massive believer in the power of giving, and it's had such a positive impact on my life, the clients I work with, and the people around me. I deliver a harnessing gratitude workshop that touches on this, and employees always leave feeling happy and inspired. And giving is a big part of Timpson culture. Research actually suggests that giving is good for our health, and this is instilled in Timpson employees. Employees are asked to do a random act of kindness every day, whether it's give away something for free or give a large discount. It's their ethos to be kind. And this ethos is reflected by the company. The company have several holiday homes that employees can use for free to take their friends or family on holiday. They just have to pay for their travel and other expenses. They do much more than this, which I'll come on to later, but the power of giving is amazing.
Say someone come in with a small child, they like the look of the key, you could just get that off the board, give it to or if you see someone struggling, offer to do it for free or offer to do it as a discount. He also has holiday homes for the colleagues. You just apply for it, you can go on it. I mean, I'm going on one in August with my family down to Devon. First family holiday. I wouldn't have been able to go on holiday if it weren't for them, so it's great. It makes me feel great, to be honest. Like the company I'm working for, they're actually there they're not just, oh, do this, you're there to do this, and we're not going to do nothing for you. At least they're saying, well, if you want this is what we can give you, and you can go from there.
James himself has said, the more jobs we do for free, the more profit we seem to make. The more we support our colleagues and good causes, the more it seems to help. And we echo this at Loving Life. A happy workforce is a productive workforce. Point 4. Colleagues of concern. Like in most businesses, there will most likely be staff who are going through tough times. Whether it's health issues, family issues, poor money management, or other concerns, there's often always someone going through a difficult time. Well, at Timpson, they understand this and do everything they can to support their colleagues. So much so, they have a dedicated person whose job it is to help these struggling individuals, and their job title is the Director of Happiness. It is this person's job to help those who are struggling and implement a plan to help them. For example, there was a colleague who needed a new boiler and couldn't afford the £2,700 it was going to cost them. They asked for help, and Timpson gave them £2,000 towards the boiler and loaned them £700 for them to pay back at a later date.
We have mental health first aiders that you can give a ring to or send an email to, speak to them. If you're in debt, we have people that can help you with debt, get you out of it, set up payment plans, stuff like that. If you're struggling for money, we have this thing where we can apply for a loan and go through there. So anything you've got an issue with, it doesn't matter if it's your ADM or if you want to write a letter to James himself, they're always happy to help.
This isn't a company who just talk about employee happiness and well-being. It's a company who appear to take action. And this ethos has appeared to help their bank balance too. According to an article by Retail Bulletin, in 2022, Timpson's profits exceeded £40 million, up from £24 million the year before.
If you had a message for James, what would that be?
Keep doing what you're doing. Your company's doing great. You employ great colleagues. And yeah, I mean, there's not really a lot to say more that he could do better, to be honest, because from my standpoint, obviously working for him, they allow you to do what you want and just get on with it, and it proves in what you can earn going forward.
So, what are your company doing to ensure happiness in the workplace? I've left a link in the description box of the full interview, but if you want to ensure happiness in your workplace, a good way to start is by fostering gratitude. And for 5 ways to do that, you need to watch this video right here. At Loving Life, we help companies support the health and well-being of their employees to live life better. For more information, visit the website. And remember, a happy workforce is a productive workforce.